We're back.
You're such an asshole.
Hey-oh! Yes. You are correct, sir. Welcome back, Goon Squad. Ladies and germs, sports fans alike, our technical difficulties have been resolved, and we are here. Who needs to shut their damn phone off?
That was my phone.
Oh, okay. Turn it off.
First day. It's all good.
Yeah, I know. It's the amateur hour.
No, it happens every week because for some reason that's the only thing that I have that actually makes a notification sound in my entire phone.
Oh, got it. Understood. There we go. And look at that. We're up. Someone's watching us. So welcome back to My Brothers in Idiot. Yes, that podcast full of goons, shenanigans, goonery, chicanery, and whatever else we want to talk about because it's fun. And my name is Matt. I'm the king of the goons. Let me kick you around the rest of the squad. First and foremost, someone. Okay, I don't know who that was. Anyway, let me kick around the rest of the squad. Holding down the fort in the extreme Southern Command, the owner and proprietor of Knox Nostalgic Collectibles, rocking his Panthers hat again for the daughters flag football team. See, I remember.
That would be the Jaguars.
Oh, Jaguars. I always think that's a Panther. Whatever.
Yes.
No, you called it a Jaguar the last time. That's literally the first time you called it a Panther.
Oh, I thought it was a Panther this time. Whatever.
Rocking the Jags gear because apparently not only is it my daughter's team that she plays on, it's also her new favorite team, and she likes sunshine. So,
I mean, who doesn't like sunshine? Anyway, Tank, what's going on, brother?
Not a lot, actually. The only thing that happened really this week is my little one is going to kindergarten instead of having to go to preschool. So that's awesome. Yeah.
Hooray for kindergarten. Congratulations.
And I have not gone to see Guardians of the Galaxy yet, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance yet either. It'll probably be next week. Too much crap to do.
Exactly.
Anyway, good to see you, brother. Next, and certainly not least. What the hell are you doing?
He's going to bork his way back into the screen.
The man we've named the podcast after, the Goldagoon, the Kaiser.
What he's going to do is weird pirate thing. I don't know.
Fresh off of his vacation, he made it back from the Bermuda Triangle. I summon my brother, the idiot, Goon. What's up, Mark?
And I am here.
See that?
That's our little boat.
That was the boat you were on?
Oh, that was the boat? You bought an ornament?
I got an ornament.
An
ornament. We actually got a bunch of ornaments, but that was kind of one of the things we did was, find stickers in ornaments from all the places we went to. So
that's about a bad idea.
Yeah, so we've been doing the sticker thing since we met, basically. So one of the first stickers we got on there is that Avatar concert from, one of our first concert together. So anyways, back from our honeymoon. We went to Bermuda for 3 days. Beautiful, 70 degrees and sunny every day. Went to Bar Harbor. It was not beautiful there.
No.
The town was beautiful, but the weather was awful. And then went to Boston for the weekend. The first day it was a little yucky, but we got to see Fenway, so that was really cool. Got in the press boxes and stuff. Basically walked from the monster seats and sat in the monster seats all the way around to the other side. Just walked the whole thing, so it was really cool. And did a bunch of other stuff out there. We did the whole Freedom Trail. We did about 10 miles walking, and then it felt like 3 miles vertically going up Bunker Hill. Oh, that monument is brutal. I thought for sure I'd be in shape, walk 6 miles a day on average at work. Oh, no. 296 straight up vertical stairs that are not very shallow. I was huffing and puffing. So
at sea level, nonetheless.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Ritual is what I'm sipping on today.
Oh, very good.
Ritual. Oh, and shout out to Norwegian for actually having booze alternatives at one of their bars. I thought that was really neat.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, good job by them.
I drank a whole bottle of
I was going to
amaretto.
say, did you get through the whole bottle? You stated that as a goal.
Yeah, I got through the whole bottle of amaretto and 3/4 of the bottle of the gin that they had.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think I
Strong.
did a pretty good job.
Strong effort.
Yeah.
Definitely make them order it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Welcome back. Good to see you. Glad you made it safe and sound. You know, as a child of the 80s, I do want to register a complaint. Actually, two of them. There were two dangerous things that we were told in the 80s that you were to avoid at all costs, and they don't seem to be big deals anymore. The first one is the Bermuda Triangle. What? Nothing
I was in
disappears
that
there
bitch.
anymore. I know.
No,
And nothing
was in that
disappears there
bitch.
anymore. Like, what happened?
I did
Yep.
my damnedest to disappear on that island, and I couldn't do it.
Right. Nobody disappears in the Bermuda Triangle. The other one is quicksand. Not nearly the danger we were led to believe. In the
No,
80s.
it's kind of slow sand.
Yeah.
It was kind of basically nowhere.
Yeah.
It isn't anywhere. Although whatever show you watched in the 80s on primetime TV, whether it was Dukes of Hazzard or TJ Hooker, there was quicksand somewhere.
Princess Bride, the lightning sand.
The lightning
Looney
sand.
Tunes.
I've never seen actual quicksand.
No, it's not a thing.
Never ending story, quicksand.
Mhm.
Well, that one was accurate. That was something else.
It still haunts me. We fell asleep to that movie like about a year ago, and after the Swamp of Sorrow scene, I ended up having to get up and like turn on like a Jim Carrey movie or something. Okay, let's watch Ace Ventura.
Did you wake up in the middle of the night screaming Atreyu?
The horse died because it was too fucking sad. The horse died because it was sad. It was too sad to save itself, so the horse died.
Oh,
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I know. I saw it in the theater. I saw it.
Because it was sad.
I know.
It could have saved itself, but it was too fucking sad.
I am aware. Core memories of the Gen X millennial crowd. Things we'll never forget. All right. Let's get into it, shall we, fellas? Our bit to start off the show, we are going to play a game we haven't played in quite a while. It's called Stump the Goons. We are going to play 20 questions. I've got the answers. The Goons will ask the questions. And in honor of the award, the NBA awarding the MVP the last week and Joker's streak being broken, unfortunately, we are going to do NBA MVPs.
okay.
Cool.
So I have picked 3 NBA MVPs at random, and you'll have 20 questions to figure out who they are. Yes or no?
All 3?
Ooh, that could be interesting.
20 questions for each or for
20 for each. 20 for each.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to make you. Yeah. Are they guys? Yes, they're guys.
Well, you said NBA, so that should have narrowed it down a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I just didn't know if we had only 20 questions to get all 3 dudes.
Right.
That would make it more difficult.
That would make it insanely difficult and probably impossible unless you're really good.
Okay, NBA MVPs.
60-ish questions. Who is that, Toaster?
That's Toaster. Yeah. All right, Mark, we'll start with you for your first NBA MVP.
Well, I'm not going to guess.
Well, that'd make it very difficult to guess right away.
Is the first one before 1980?
No. Tank?
That narrows it down.
Okay.
No typing.
Well, I guess we go on to the next thing. Was it between 1980 and 2000?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you? Oh, I see what you did there. Is this person above 6'6"?
Who would be? I'm trying to think. Who would be under 6'6"?
Oh,
that won between.
there's quite a few.
There's people that are at 6'6".
Yeah,
too.
but between 1980 and 2000, though.
Is he above 6'6"? No.
Yes. Okay. Do I have a guess now?
I mean, if you want, it counts as a question.
Okay. Well, if that's the case,
Okay.
then Tank, go ahead.
We're a multi-time winner.
No.
That should narrow down a lot. Between
Oh,
1980
that narrows
and
it down a
2000.
lot.
Okay.
That narrows it down a ton. He's short.
I can only think of.
Was he a player in the Eastern Conference?
Yes.
I know who it is. I think.
Fire away.
Is it Dr. J?
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Damn.
Mark?
1981. Damn.
Well, how many questions are we at? right now?
You're number 7.
This is number 7.
I'm keeping track.
So it's Eastern
So
Conference, but it's not.
Eastern Conference, so it's not your boy, Matt. It's not your boy. And he's not a multi-time winner. Fuck.
And it is between 1980 and 2000.
I don't even know if this is in that range. Is it Allen Iverson?
No.
No, he was after.
I don't have those numbers memorized. I think I know who it
Tank?
is. Oh.
The thing that's throwing me off is Eastern Conference between 1980 and 2000. I can only think of one.
And it's not Dr. J?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of who else it could potentially be, but
You guys have worded one of these questions weirdly. I'll tell you that much. You're thinking about it wrong, and one of the questions was worded weirdly.
is it the
Yeah, I know. I did that on
is it
purpose.
the height one? Is that the weird one?
Well, you guys have mentioned 2 questions.
All right, I'm just gonna do this just to get it out of the way. Is it fucking Michael Jordan?
No, he's multi-time in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
I was seeing if that was one of the
No.
Weirdly-
That's
The multi-time, he is a one-time MVP winner.
correct.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to see who else was MVP. Hakeem Olajuwon.
No.
Is it fucking Larry Bird?
No, he won it 3 times in a row.
How many questions are we at?
I've got you at 10.
That was number 10 or 11.
I
Number 10 or 11.
I know exactly what's screwing you guys up. It's so funny.
Is it that between 1980 and 2000? Okay.
No, it's the height question.
That's one of them.
Okay, but the height question, even then,
Whose turn is it?
Doesn't matter. It's Tank's turn, technically.
mine, I think no. The only other person I can think of is it Charles Barkley?
Yes.
Okay.
He's
Wait,
exactly.
wait,
hold
wait,
on.
wait.
Oh,
He's not Eastern
Yeah,
Conference
that was the
though.
Phoenix Suns.
He played in the Eastern Conference, which is what you asked. Did he play in the Eastern Conference?
But he won the
You
he
didn't
won the
ask me
trophy.
that. You didn't ask me that. You asked, did he play in the Eastern Conference?
Oh,
That's
yes.
so
did he
fucked.
play
And
when
he's
he
exactly
won?
6'6".
Okay.
That
was
is
thrown
fucked.
out. I was like,
I
the only
answered the
one I could
question.
think of-
I call fucking shenanigans on
You
that
said,
one.
did he play in the Eastern Conference? And I
was
said
gonna
yes. You
say,
didn't say. Did
I
he-
even said so. It's not your boy.
I didn't. That wasn't a question.
Okay, because I was
So I
like, the
didn't answer
only
that.
one from the Eastern Conference that only won it once in that 20-year gap was
That would have
Dr.
been my
J.
first fucking guess. That would have been my first fucking guess. Charles Barkley, like just a shot in the dark. That would have been my first guess.
Good job.
That is your
I
favorite.
think there's so many multi-time winners.
One
in
of
that.
one of my favorite players. But yeah, he was,
Oh,
and he's exactly 6'6", which is the
you're
other
a
one.
big
He's
fan of
not
King Charles, huh?
He's not above 6'6".
We have to do this twice.
Well, we can do one
3
more.
times.
3 times. All right.
Next.
All right, we're gonna
Let's
be
do
more
this next one.
specific with
Yeah,
our
more
questions.
specific with your
Yeah, no
questions.
shit.
Be specific.
Yeah.
All right, Tank, you're up.
I'll do the
Yeah,
lead off
I
on
started
this one.
first last
All right. I guess we'll open up. Is it a player after 2000?
Yes.
Okay.
Eastern Conference. That's a
As a
yes or no
player
question.
when he won.
When he won?
No.
Ooh, okay. Is it a multi-time MVP winner?
No.
Okay. That does narrow it down decently, actually.
Is he taller than 6'9"?
No.
I was going to say that. I think that's only one person from the
I was seeing if he was going with my guy
Western
on there.
Conference. Yeah.
Fits all the bills of Kevin Garnett, so I was just making sure that one's knocked out.
Is he a foreign player?
No. Good
Okay.
question.
And he's
He's one-time winner?
Yes.
Did we clarify that? Okay.
fuck. Was he accused of padding stats the year he won?
Yes.
Most of them are.
It's Russell Westbrook
Yes,
is the
that is
Yeah, I was going to say it was between him and KD. I was trying to figure out which one it was.
Oh no, Russell Westbrook was. They were. They were spotting him rebounds by the dozen.
Oh yeah.
Look up the film on that. It is hilarious. They were like pushing people out of the way to let the ball get to him. Oh, it was hysterical. All right,
last one.
That was easier.
That was easier.
Kinda.
That was easier. Well done.
We were more specific with our questions.
Yes, you were. See, you're getting better at this.
Tank, you go first again this time. We did better with you starting.
On the year, I like the year question. So,
yeah, me too.
Between 2000 and 2010.
Yes.
Kind of figured. All right.
What was the question? Sorry, I was responding to Toaster.
2000 2010.
This player won their MVP between 2000 and 2010.
Correct.
And the answer was yes.
Yeah.
Damn, that narrows it fucking down quite a bit. That was question one.
Mm-hmm.
See, you guys are getting good at this.
Is he, when he won the championship, was
Wait, we're doing championships?
No.
Oh no, sorry. When he won the MVP, was he playing in the Eastern Conference?
No.
Okay.
That narrows it down.
Let's see. I'm gonna go again once here. Is he a foreign player?
No.
Okay. So it's not Dirk.
You had to think about that.
I did for just
You had to
I
think
did
about
for just
that.
a second just to make sure, but yeah. Sometimes they sneak in like a Jamaican on you.
So I was gonna say, so it's not Dirk and it's not Steve Nash.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah.
Well, it kind of narrows it down a lot because
Kind of. Yeah, kind of.
It narrows it down a lot.
Okay.
I think. Did he play?
Actually, it does narrow.
I mean, it narrows it down to like 3 people, basically.
Yes.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.
Because we outlawed the Eastern Conference already. So
Yeah.
it's not LeBron.
Right. No. Did he play center?
Yes.
Oh, is it the big fundamental?
It is Duncan.
No.
Oh, no.
It's not Duncan?
No.
Duncan? Okay.
And I'll amend that. He was a power forward / center.
Oh,
I'll give you that one. He
Well, I
did
mean,
play, he played a lot of 5.
Okay, so that's one of 2 people then.
Duncan. I think Duncan's technically a foreign national. Isn't he from like And
Yeah, that's why.
he's from
That's what I was
He is.
thinking, but I wanted it.
Never
Yeah,
mind,
he's
he is.
he's from he's from the Virgin Islands
Yeah.
or
he's
one of
from
those
the Caribbean.
places. So is it LeBron James?
No,
No, because he was Eastern Conference when he won.
no.
Oh,
There's
fuck,
one.
that's right.
There's one guy left here.
There's 2. Yeah, 2. Is it Shaq?
No.
Oh, there's only one left then.
And it all comes down to this.
Go ahead, Tank. If you know who it is, because Mark doesn't.
No, yeah, I know.
Go
it
ahead.
is.
Yeah, no, I don't have any.
It has
idea.
to be KG then.
It is KG.
Yeah. With the
Wait.
T Wolves.
Yep.
So when okay, yeah. Carry on.
Oh,
Carry
and
on.
we just lost Tank. This party's bullshit. I'm out of here.
I've never seen anybody walk out of the show before.
Just launched himself. KG wasn't a center.
I'm
Click.
done.
So good.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
mic
is
drop.
live.
That
Mic
was
drop.
interesting.
This is live.
Okay.
Oh, that was hysterical.
I accidentally hit my camera cable.
Oh.
Oh, shit. We thought you just fucking quit the show.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He was a goddamn power forward. I'm out of here.
Fuck this. I'm out of here.
No, I don't mind you saying he's a center. He played center.
Yeah, he
enough
did play a lot of
to-
center. He's listed as a power forward, but he did
Yeah.
play a lot of center.
Yeah.
That one's
He played center enough to qualify.
I mean, he was tall enough. He might as well. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Good job, guys. You got all 3. And you got progressively better as it went on. You went from 10 to 6 to like 4. Nice. Pat yourselves on the back, but don't hurt yourself. All right. Let's move on to fun stuff in the NBA. Fellas,
How fun.
how fun. Fellas, on the backs of their 118 to 102 victory yesterday in Denver, the Nuggets are firmly in control of the series. They're up 3-2. 82% of teams that have won game 5 in a series that's tied 2-2 have gone on to win the series. First, I'm going to ask you, Tank, start with you. React to what you saw in game 5 and compare it to what you saw in games 3 and 4.
Hold on just a second. That was really well rehearsed. You rehearsed that very
I
well.
didn't rehearse a thing. I don't rehearse shit.
You sat in front of a mirror and
I
did that.
not.
I
just
mean,
think
We
obviously,
can't prove it either way.
Very obviously, it looked much better. Fairly dominant performance by Jokic again. Is it just the hometown crowd feeling that energy? Maybe because they looked. I questioned a lot of what happened in the third game. I'm going to be honest with that, but the fourth game they looked defeated, and then to have that big swing back on the fifth game, it seemed like the hometown energy really got them going.
Mark, what say you?
It's the hometown energy is a thing, especially with people like Jamal who kind of thrive on that, kind of breakneck speed. And he even admitted it that when he took that technical foul, it actually helped him as a player get into his groove, which we talked about it on the Discord, Matt and I did, and that was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Was just
just me bugged him.
You, sir, are done. And one.
Oh, we were talking about it, and the first comp we had for Shamit was he looks like one of those pencil trolls, and I actually have a better one. He looks like Kramer. He looks like Black Kramer.
Oh my god!
With the hair. And the 6 head.
He looks like the dude who just died, who played all those characters in the Indiana Jones movies. He was the guy with them in the 2 movies, and I think he's coming back for this one too.
Sala.
Yeah, Sala.
Yep.
Reese Davies, right?
Yeah. So he looks like a skinny version of
Yeah,
him.
that's good.
Like
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Because like still the head and the like beard shape.
Right?
It's just like sunken in face.
Like snatch bad dates.
And Booker has dainty eyebrows.
Oh, do you think he plucks them? I think he plucks them.
He does.
He has to.
I was comparing pictures side by side yesterday, and if you look at pictures of him when he played in college, his eyebrows are much bushier than they are now. So he's got some professional doing something, or he might be a plucker.
Right. Here's how I saw it, fellas. Unless you've got more thoughts about the actual game, Mark. I'm trying to get us back. I'm trying to get us back on the rails.
The third quarter was just amazing. Yeah. It was the greatest moment. I think that was one of the greatest 12 minutes of basketball I've ever seen. Just good. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Games 3 and 4, it took otherworldly efforts by Booker and Durant. And Booker had 2 games that I don't think we'll ever see again. I mean, he averaged 78% from the field and scored a total of 82 points in 2 games. That just an insane output, right? And it took that effort from him and from Durant, who didn't play as well, but still scored 24 and 39, wasn't as efficient, but got to the basket a lot more. And it took a subpar effort from Denver's bench and secondary scoring in both of those games, and they were still close. Like neither one of those games truly were blowouts. They were big leads, but they weren't blowouts.
Game 3 in the first half specifically. I mentioned this to Matt in our chat. I was like, they are going to abuse Jokic in the foul line. And that's exactly what they did. They were.
I saw you guys.
They were at the foul line constantly in the first half.
I saw you guys talking about that. I didn't get to see the game, game 3 specifically, just because of where we were. But the parts that we did watch of that game, the first 2 games, and even the game last night, there's just really, and we were talking about it last night. The refereeing is extraordinarily bad. This series has been horribly
iffy, to say the least. Yeah,
bad. I will give Phoenix credit because in games 1 and 2, they were primarily to their, as they typically play, a jump shooting basketball team, which is why they didn't really get to the foul line a lot. And in games 3 and 4, they were going at the basket a lot more, especially Booker, more so than what he normally does. Durant's always going to attack the basket, but he wasn't in 1 and 2. Which is why they only got 5 free throws in that one game. So I don't know if the whistle was a compensation of what they weren't calling in 1 and 2 more than it was Phoenix actually making them make the calls, because they were going to the basket a lot more because they were shooting the ball so well. It was opening up underneath.
Yeah,
there was a lot of shooting fouls.
It was just
for Phoenix.
I'm not saying it was specifically called one way or the other. There were horrible calls on both sides.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, but specifically, obviously, the ones we're going to talk about as the hometown team are going to be, how do you have 4 guys staring at a tip-off and not one of them from all the angles can see that somebody is being held down? You know, like, how do you have 4 guys that missed that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
one of the worst, and yeah, that is slanted towards the team we're talking about, but that was one of the worst calls I've ever seen.
And you're not wrong. They were driving to the basket more, but they were getting a lot of shooting fouls called for them. A lot of them.
Yeah.
The comparison ended up being in the first half, I think, a total of 4 free throws for the Nuggets, and then it was like 15 for the Suns. That's a big gap,
because they were going to the basket, and Denver was shooting a bunch of turnarounds and fadeaways, and they weren't attacking. They weren't. It was the way the game was going, and they, for whatever reason, and Jamal, especially in game 4, and a lot when Joker wasn't on the floor. I think Jamal got a little bit sticky with the basketball, and he would dribble, try to find a spot, dribble, and then find a guy to try to make a play with like 5 seconds left in the shot clock. And it's just not enough time.
It doesn't look like they're running sets when Joker's not on the floor.
Right. They did last night.
Yeah. They did last night.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of what you're seeing is coaching too. I mean, they don't run sets when Joker's not on the floor. Jamal just likes to run ISO ball, you know. You have 4 corners, and then Jamal just kind of dribbles, like you said, for a while. It's ISO
he got
ball.
really sticky in 3 and 4 for sure.
Yeah, and that's coaching. You gotta say, hey, you just spread the ball around a little bit better. You guys got to move on offense. You can't stand in 4 corners and pick and roll, and something's gonna happen every single time.
Right.
You gotta move more.
Yeah, and that's also why Joker is so important to that team. Is that it is he will get the ball to whoever is open. It doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That's
the offense and the defense. We've said this before. The offense flows through him, but the way the defense flows through them too, through him. It just changes the whole game when he's on the floor.
Right. I don't know, looking ahead here, guys, if the way that Phoenix has been playing the last 3 games is what we saw in games 3 and 4 can't be sustained. We already know that, going out and shooting Hi, Yoda. You can't sustain.
I forgot to mute.
You can't sustain, a 78, 79% shooting clip. And we saw him come a little bit back to earth. And he still had a good game.
Yeah.
Not 52%.
Yeah, but that's not 80%.
It's not 80, right? And it's not a superhuman effort. But he's averaging 43 minutes a game, Booker is.
Well, he has to.
The last 3, he has to, right?
He has to.
Durant is averaging Durant's averaging right at 44.
I was going to say, his is right around the same, yeah.
Now, in the last game, Joker played 38. You can't continue to pound on your stars like that in a long series like this and expect to have success. So looking ahead here, fellas, we got game 6 coming tomorrow. Mark, I'm going to start with you. What's your outlook for the game? How do you see this one going?
I'm going to defer to my expert on NBA games, Yoda.
Oh, okay.
Yoda, will the Nuggets win game 6?
Much to learn you still have. You must feel the force around you. The answer then clear will become.
Did he just tell me to go?
Your Magic 8-Ball sucks.
Did he just tell me to go fuck myself?
Yes, he did.
He said, figure it out yourself, asshole.
He told you to go read a book.
Will there be a game 7 in the Nuggets series?
Yes, I sense this is.
Damn it. Fuck you, Yoda.
Yeah.
Yoda. Stupid Yoda. No, I think the Suns are going to lose. I think it'll be a really close game, but I think they'll run out of gas. You can't sustain like that forever. Right. And the Nuggets are just deeper. I think that they've figured out what to do a little bit with Christian Brown. And I don't know what you got to do with Jeff Green, but he seems a little lost on the floor. It's all coming together now, and they'll close it out. It'll be close, but it'll be like a 4-point win.
Tank, what do you think?
I would like to believe that Denver closes it out.
But
Yoda fucked him up. Yoda fucked him up.
I think it's going to be a lot of, if Denver plays their game, then they will be able to do it. But if they try and get into, if they start playing soft again, it's not. Phoenix, you can't play soft with Phoenix. Like you said, Durant will drive constantly. And Booker, when he needs to, will start driving again. And you can't play him soft and just give him freebies the whole damn game. And that's what, specifically in the first half of game 3 and 4, there was a lot of soft defense from the Nuggets, and they were letting them just kind of drive the whole time, drive into the net at the entire first half. And then they had to make comebacks to even make it close. So if they play them tough, then they should be able to do it. They should be able to pull it out. They're shooting better overall, higher field goal percentages, higher 3-point percentage, more rebounds, less turnovers, I think, the whole series. So if you can maintain that type of idea. And like you said, they need to be able to cut Jokic's time on the court a little bit. They need to be able to rely on some of that second line to get in there and play.
Michael Porter Jr. has been absent in almost every part of this series. I'd love to see a big game out of him.
I actually disagree with that assessment. He had 21 points in game 3 and scored 19 points last night. Didn't play in the fourth quarter in game 4. It was what it was, right? Who knows what they were thinking. The thing I shared this image with you, Mark, in game, I think it was 4, Joker got his, Jamal got his, and no other Nugget had more than 11 points. And
right.
You can't, and the difference was Shamet had 17. Yeah. He went nuts just got hot, ridiculously hot in the third quarter. And then you've got Booker and Durant doing their thing. Well, if you don't have anybody with those secondary points, you're not going to win the basketball game.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what the Suns are good at, though, with that lineup that they have, is they are good at just relying on the top 2.
Right. They're super top heavy.
Yeah. If you can slow them down and, maybe slow down Ayton, I guess, a little, but it's keeping Booker and Durant off their game, right, and not letting them shoot and get a bunch of extra freebies.
Devin Booker has really, really dainty eyebrows.
And he's also got a very punchable face.
Yeah.
Super punchable face. He has a face that begs for a punch. Grab him by his dainty eyebrows, punch him, give him a knee bone straight to his nose.
In case in point, Porter had 19, Jamal had 19, but Bruce Brown had 25. And you get that, you're good, because you're going to get 25 plus from Joker. You're going to get 20 plus from Jamal. They get everybody else.
Said, MPJ can do good. We need to get him some more points off the break, I think. Get him the ball off the break a little bit more, because he plays really well coming off of the fast break.
Unless KD gets in his way and throws his shot into the second row.
Well, right. That's why you just run into that big fuck and see if you can knock him
out.
He tried. He did.
That was, and I saw that play happen.
So
I'm like,
athletic.
Oh my god,
that's a superstar.
That's just KD.
Every time I see KD, I feel bad for him because his hair is so where'd it go?
Oh yeah, he's got the Friar Tuck rocking for sure. Like he's wearing a brown robe and holding a stick.
Bro. Yeah. I feel bad for his shiny spot on his head. And then he did that. I'm like, oh yeah, he's still one of the best players in basketball.
I believe Chris Paul is still out for Game 6, right?
He has been ruled out as of like an hour ago. And Ayton is now questionable. He's got a rib, so that's going to be interesting. No, I don't think they're back yet.
Because if it was a McRib, he'd definitely be out for Game 6.
Right,
more than questionable.
Right. The way I see it here, fellas, I think the Nuggets going to win this game. I think they've figured out, to Tank's point, how to defend now that the Suns have changed, because they came in with a different team, right? They came in with Chris Paul. It was a different team. The Suns couldn't quite figure out in game 2. Then they got home to game 3 and 4, retooled themselves, and had like I said, we're never going to see that kind of output again in a 2-game stretch from any 2 players. That was just unbelievable to watch. And if I was a Suns fan, I would have enjoyed every minute of it. As a Nuggets fan, I hated every minute of it.
100%.
Or combined 180.
Oh god,
like that. It was something stupid.
Ridiculous. Oh my god. And you can't keep that up, right? And there's just
160. I think it was 160, but either way, that's still a shit ton of points between 2 people.
Right.
And that's all it is for them right now. They're running basically ISO ball between Durant and Booker, and that's it.
One of them takes the ball down the floor, passes it around, gets the ball back, shoots.
Right.
Or KD or one of them just charges the basket.
Yeah. And then maybe Ayton gets it at the nail and hits that line drive one-hander that it's the worst shot I've ever seen and seems to never miss it. But I mean, he's only good for 3 or 4 of those a game, so let him have
Exactly. You can let Ayton shoot. We don't give a shit about
one.
Ayton.
Right, but I hate that shot. There's
Yeah.
no arc to that shot at all.
Yeah, it's ugly.
And is it me, or does DeAndre Ayton look like the 21st century version of oh crap, now I forgot his name. What was the name of the old man that came out of Ohio State, played for like 2 years in Portland, had the bad feet? I wanted to say Odom. Yeah.
Lamar Odom.
It's just like so mad and old and
Lamar Odom, who at 18 looked like he was 76.
Was that Lamar Odom or was that
It
no,
was
Odin.
Lamar
Odin.
Odin.
Yeah. Odin. Yeah.
Greg Odin.
Greg Odin.
No, Lamar
right?
Lamar Odom likes fucking whorehouses.
Hookers and cocaine.
Yeah. He likes dying,
You're
almost dying in whorehouses and dating a Jenner.
Greg Odin.
Greg Odin.
You're not
Right.
wrong though.
75.
Old as shit for
He does, doesn't
not
he?
being
Like,
that old.
Right.
God, I don't think anybody looked as old. And it was just funny because his body just broke down right afterwards.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
he came in with bad feet, left with bad feet, played like 2 years. Could have been just an outstanding talent, but
Yeah.
that's the tragedy.
His body broke down because he was
Do you think that's going to
75.
happen with Ayton?
No, he's talking about Odin.
I was going to say he's only 24.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Odin was out of the league at 24. I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think he was.
I mean, I hate shitting on that.
64,
but
right.
That dude,
No,
that-
he was
his body fell apart.
Yes,
Mhm.
it certainly did.
He fell apart
He was-
in college.
Yeah.
All right. So Yoda says Suns win. Mark, I don't think you made a call.
Yeah, I did. I said I
did?
disagree with Yoda.
Okay, good. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Tank. So the goons all agree Yoda is the lone dissenter. So
Yeah.
go to hell,
We're
Yoda.
putting him back on the shelf.
Yeah, go be a Force ghost. All right, moving on. We've got some
Go be a
degeneracy.
backpack somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. We've got some degeneracy to recap and give you some new bets. Tank.
Shit.
I was so close to hitting that 6-piece. So close.
Tell us what happened.
I missed on the assists by 5, which obviously that's not super close, but who thinks that Jokic is only going to get 5 fucking assists in a game? You know, that was wild. And then I missed by 1 point on Jokic. So I got 4 out of the 6 correct, but missed it by 5 and 1. So
There you go. What do you got? What do you got
I
this
hit
week?
everything else though. So
What's on your docket this week?
oh, for me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Nuggets. I'm going for the Nuggets game. I'm going to take. Well, I think they're going to win, so I'm going to take the Nuggets at the +3 because I think they're going to win it. I'm going to take the over again. I think it's a 226,
226
something like
and a
that.
half. Yep. 226 and a half is what I have.
Yeah, I'm going to take that because I think it will go over. I'm going to take Murray at +20.
I have it at 21 and a half.
I'll take that too. I think you'll get 25. So, Jokic with the 10 plus rebounds because I think he has to basically to make this work out that the way we want it to. And then I don't think that both Booker and KD are gonna go +30, but I think they're both gonna go +25. So. What is that? 7 pieces? Puts me at about a +2,000, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
So,
Now the question is, are you going to bet it?
probably. I'll throw a tenner on it.
All right. My results, I had Joker plus rebounds plus assists at 21 and a half. I got that one. Jamal over 22 and a half. I got that one. And then I bet the total to fall in between 221 and 230, and the total was 232. So I missed it by 2 fucking points. Lost it. As is my style, I'm betting a 3-way parlay, and I have the first 3 bets that Tank picked. So thank you for stealing my thunder.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I've
You
got
took the Nuggets, the over.
I got
Murray.
Nugs. I got the Nugs on the money line. I've got Murray over 21.5, and the total to go over 226.5. And I've already bet it, and it's plus 500.
There you go.
Mark,
Nice. I'm looking at some bad baseball for tomorrow.
Oh no,
There are 4 games tomorrow in Major League Baseball. You've got your San Diego Padres at the Minnesota Twins. That's
Who's
about
pitching?
the only. I don't have that info here. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You've got the White Sox at the Royals. Tampa Bay at Yankees. And the Giants at Arizona. Those are all awful games. Give me Tampa Bay favored 1.5 over the Yankees. That's it. That's what I got.
Okay.
okay,
Yankees suck.
that was quite the anticlimactic buildup. Thank you.
I thought you were doing a 4 game.
There's-
They're doing a 4-game parlay there.
Yeah, right. I was
there
waiting
was-
for more.
Oh no, there was no substance to that at all. It was just me bullshitting for a while just to get to a stupid bet on bad baseball. I was just bullshitting.
All right.
Oh, geez. Toaster said GE. I don't know what that means. So thank you, Toaster.
I got no clue.
I got nothing. Feel free to chime back in and let us know what you're actually saying.
I feel like that was a while ago.
It might have been. I just saw it. I
There's a
didn't
lot
get
of
over
really shitty games, especially
Yeah, that
I'm
is.
surprised you didn't take the shittiest game out of those and make the bet with the
Mhm.
White Sox and Royals plan.
Right.
No, man, don't you know the Yankees suck?
Not as bad as the White Sox or Royals.
Well, I know, but
Do they have a combined 10 wins yet? Do they?
if I have to make a bet, I will bet that the Yankees lose every time. It's
Oh, okay.
fine. You're not new here. This is how this goes.
I know. You hate the Yankees.
And Tank, the White Sox and Royals have won a combined 23 games. So
Oh wow. The last 2 weeks.
But we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. All
They
right.
still both suck. I don't care.
Let's talk about some unfortunate news. We're not going to break down the ending of the Avalanche playoff run since that was 2 weeks ago,
That
but
was gross.
we did get some unfortunate news this week from Gabriel Landeskog, who went under the knife today for cartilage replacement surgery. Boys, this all goes back to a cut he got on his knee from a car skate in the bubble tournament of 2020. Fought through it and all the injuries surrounding it up through and including the cup run last year. Hasn't played at all this year, and he's going to miss 2023, 2024 regular season. They didn't rule out anything after that, but they did say he was out for the regular season. Mark, I know you've been on the Landeskog needs to be here train. What do you think this news means for their outlook for 2023, 2024?
It's a big issue, right? Void of leadership, and then you lose your spark last year from the championship team, and you have no idea what's going on with Val Nichushkin right now. Like, it's the best kept secret in all of fucking sports. Like, I talked about this 2 weeks ago, and literally nothing new has come out. And I don't think that time you guys would have told me, I think, if that would have happened when we were on the boat.
There's been very little specifics released.
The no specifics, zero specifics. So McFarland did have a press
Did
conference.
he
said,
fucking human traffic somebody?
we don't know. I think that the answer to any question specifically about what happened is we don't know. What we do know is this: he's not under any criminal investigation. So I think we could probably rule out that.
Yeah.
Is there a trafficking element to this that he got involved with some way, shape, or form? Who knows? Because we do know for a fact that the young lady is a Ukrainian or Ukrainian national.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's either Russian or Ukrainian. She's from that neck of the woods. Didn't have a passport. When they were talking to her in the police report, they asked her where her passport was, and she said the bad man took it. That's a direct quote from the police report. So we do know there's something there. What we do know is that we still don't know where Val is. We know that he's not under any criminal investigation at this time. So I think we can rule out any nefarious things that he may have done. But the whole thing, Mark, you said it, it's bizarre,
fucking wild, man.
Wild. And I McFarland did have a press conference, and one of the things that he said that struck me was we hope that he can be part of our team in 2023. That isn't a necessarily ringing endorsement.
That's not great.
Yeah, that's not what you want to hear. Like now, God, I mean, your mind goes all
close to the kiss of death.
Right, your mind goes all kinds of different directions. Like, what?
Yeah. What do you mean you hope?
Right, and I don't want to get into the speculation game. Right, I think that's irresponsible.
Yeah,
we don't know, but
real information that came out is that she was in his room for some reason at some point, and that's where they found her after the 911 call, and she seemed to have OD'd on something.
She was intoxicated. That's all that they said.
They
she
specified OD'd. Apparently, she was past a certain point and was fading out. Apparently,
I didn't read that in the police report. I read intoxication.
It was during the 911 call. Apparently,
okay.
Wow.
I didn't read the 911 transcript. I did read the police report, the after action report, and they just said she was intoxicated and to an extent where they needed to get her to the hospital. Toaster wants to know, could he be in rehab? Toaster, absolutely, he could be. But again, we don't want to speculate. It's because nobody really knows. There's you probably count on one hand the number of people that actually know what's going on. One of them being Dechushkin, the other one being his agent, and 3 and 4 being Sakic and McFarland, and then whoever the fifth one is. The fifth one.
Fifth one would be the doctor, who apparently was the one that was connected to the 911 call because she attacked him apparently at some point.
She hit him. Yeah, she hit him because he was trying to help her, and she just probably lashed out.
So we know that for sure. Was Changstrom? Is that his name?
Well, he was there, but I don't think he knows where Val is.
No.
Right.
He was there at the time that the police came and all that shit happened.
Right. So, yeah.
Oh, there's no new information. Here's all this new information.
Nothing specific. Well, no,
nothing specific. Right. Yeah.
I had heard none of that when I left. So.
Oh yeah, no, okay. But none of it's connected directly to Nichushkin yet. That's the thing. We have no idea what his actual involvement is.
Right.
At all.
No, but I hadn't heard anything about the story since.
Oh, you hadn't heard about the woman being from the Ukraine and all that stuff. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. There was something going on there, but we don't know what it is.
Christ, Toaster.
We're just gonna blow.
What the hell?
We needed that though. Let's move on.
Yeah. So, Mark, what do you think? Let's get back to Landeskog.
Let's get back. They're gonna have to make some moves here, right? They're gonna have to make some major moves here. Mm-hmm. I don't know what needs to happen, but you got to have at least 2 more forwards, right? And I don't know what the free agency thing looks like for them. I have no idea what their contract situation looks like, but that's a huge, huge loss. They're not winning any championships without him, unless they get somebody of that caliber.
Do we know also what's going to be going on with Cogliano after the neck break?
No,
haven't heard.
So that could be impactful also.
Yep. Haven't heard.
Pretty big.
Right. We do know this, that there's going to be a major upheaval and change to the lineup because there are quite a bit of UFAs and RFAs on this team, and we'll do a breakdown as we get closer to free agency. I will tell you guys, having looked at it, I do not love this free agent class coming up that they would be available to pick from. So, and the cupboard's pretty dry in terms of draft picks and prospects.
We need defenders big time. That's going to be huge if we can find anybody on defense to bring in. So
we'll have a full breakdown there. Tank, your reaction to the Landeskog news? And
I mean, it sucks. That's awful. Like, we were hopeful that he would come back sometime this year, and to know that he's going to be gone for at least the regular season next year,
Right.
and if we're going to be honest about it, probably all of next year if the Avs do make the playoffs. Which, being down as many players as they're down right now, that seems questionable.
I mean, the good news is like free agency hasn't even started yet. You know, the playoffs are still going on.
Mhm.
So at least they're making this announcement now. So you know what you have for a dollar amount for free agency, and you have for, you know, what's going on with other players and that kind of thing. So at least at least this didn't happen in October. We're just doing it now so that we have that time. I guess if you're going to make a positive note about it, there's something there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was early enough.
Yeah,
That's true.
Toaster wants to know if he says they've got what, $7 million to work with now. Yeah, that is Landeskog's salary, so that will be money to the cap. There will be a small increase to the cap by all reports. Plus, you've got some money coming off, like EJ is coming off, but McKinnon's contract kicks in next year, so EJ's money is just going right over to McKinnon. So we'll see what happens.
And depending on what happens with Nichushkin, since we have no idea what that is
Right?
going to be.
Yeah,
Right.
I think he's what, 3.5, 4 million. No, they just re-signed him, so he's getting 5 or 6.
Yeah, he's at 5, I think, five,
Yeah.
5.5, something like that.
So that could be a thing too. So who knows? But I'm sure I speak for the entire Goon Squad. We wish nothing but the best for the captain. A speedy recovery. Worthy to note that one of the Ball brothers has recently gone through this surgery as well, at a much younger age.
Ball arena?
No, Lonzo.
Yeah.
Oh, those balls. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other ones.
Yeah.
Other league.
Yeah, right.
The
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah. It wasn't. It was Lonzo. And so he has been in
I
contact
get all
with
those
Lonzo.
balls confused.
I know. I know.
Well, now that the Avs are out of it, who's taking it?
Shit, it might be Florida. It looks.
They look pretty good.
Yeah. So does Edmonton. We might have an Edmonton, Florida final.
I mean, Florida is down 3-1 now.
If
Believe-
Groovy screws his head back on after last night's game, the Kraken are still pretty dangerous just because they're playing so cohesively.
And they're playing with house money, and that's
Yeah.
a dangerous team to play.
Dangerous.
Yeah, they just don't care. They're just going to fly
I'm
around. and do what they do.
unfortunately leaning towards the Hurricanes. They look so dominant right now against the Devils. It's gross.
Could be.
Could be.
All right. Could be. All right, let's stop talking about bad hockey news and talk about bad baseball. Mark, yeah, your favorite. Mark, what do we always say about bad baseball?
Bad base. If you look about 4 rows down there, did my microphone kick off?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. If you look about 4 or 5 comments down there, you'll actually see Toaster's comment there. Bad baseball is bad.
Bad baseball is bad. Let's start in the American League East and the race for the Spiders Cup. There are
Getting dominated right now
I know.
by Oakland A's.
There are the A's and the Royals are firmly in contention for the Spiders Cup.
Yeah.
The A's are at 8-30, and they're averaging 10 paid attendance per game, like 8
jeez.
people. There's some A's news that we're going to touch on too that came up in the last.
Is
couple
that not
of
the
days.
most
Oh,
miserable
yeah.
looking team?
Is that your Matt? Is that your guy for? Never mind. Go on. Go on.
Okay. So the Athletics are 8-30. Toaster, quit screaming about dipshit of the week. We'll get there.
I know.
We'll get there.
We're not there.
We have an agenda.
I think Matt and I have the same one, but anyways.
No, I think I got a good one. The Athletics are 8-30. They're at 2-11. The Royals are at 10-27. They are at 270. The White Sox are sniffing around. They're at 351, so they're on the edge. They're at 13-24. And that's pretty much it for the American League. But we've got 2 real contenders here, guys.
Oh yeah.
This is looking fun. The Athletics may actually be in Spiders territory.
They're that bad.
They're at 211 right now.
They are that bad.
8-30.
Toaster, charge your fucking phone.
Plug your phone in or get a laptop, bro. It's not our job to
Bro,
do our agenda just because
your phone is all like habitually always dead. It's just you live
Right.
between 10 and 5%.
Right. And there is one team in the National League that is currently in the hunt, and that's the Cardinals at 13 and
Goddamn
24. They're at
fucking
351.
Rockies are fucking this up.
Yep.
Yeah, they're 16 and 22. They're at 421. They got a little bit hot. Swept, was it the Brew Crew? That's unbelievable.
They're fucking this.
Like, come on, guys. You thought when Herman went down, that was it, right? Like that was going to be the thing. Like it's just hashtag Rocky's life. But they're somehow
8-2 in their last 10.
I know.
So are the Red Sox. What the fuck? There is not a single team in the AL East that's under 500 right now. And the Yankees are in the basement.
Great. Yeah, they're not having a bad season. They're at 553. I mean, come on. Of course, the Rays are still doing the Rays.
And the Blue Jays. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, one of the things we did want to talk about, the news that came out, looks like the A's are indeed going to go to Vegas, Mark.
Yeah, signed on to a $1.5 billion deal, moving in right there at one of our I know Milty likes playing there, but that's not one of my favorite places to go into.
That is such
it's so awful in that place, and it's always 7 million degrees in there. Like in August, it's like 85 inside that fucking place.
In the trop.
Oh God, that place. Sweaty. And they apparently bought that property and from Bally's, and they're going to turn it into a baseball field. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
We're gonna have a baseball field right across from the Mandalay. It's gonna be awesome.
That's good. That fucking south side of the strip is just gonna be unbelievable when that thing gets done.
I believe we have a first-time commenter here, gentlemen. The Cardinals are 13 and 25. That is Mama Sarah, which is to the surprise of no one. She wants to point out how bad the Cardinals are.
Sarah, come on and talk about the Rockies with us. I know you won't, because I'm just going to antagonize the shit out of you. But anyways, thanks for checking in. We love you, Sarah.
Yeah, right. We've got another watcher. That's awesome.
Not even the ghost.
Yeah, so can't wait to watch some bad baseball in Vegas.
God, I love the Cleveland Spiders and all, but bad baseball is bad.
Bad baseball. All right. That's enough bad baseball. Some news and notes around some football stuff here, fellas. So the Colorado Buffaloes had their spring game, and the week after the spring game happened, 47 players went into the transfer portal.
Yeah.
A lot of people got put in their place.
A lot of people decided this wasn't the place for me.
I don't know if they decided that, but it was decided for them for sure.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of both, right? There was one, like there was a transfer, not a transfer, maybe it was a transfer. Someone they brought in who came in early in the year, went through the spring game and said this place is too fucking cold, and decided he was going to transfer, which is legit. Like I get that, right? I mean, it's just not everybody can handle a bolder winter.
I didn't know that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, the one of them I know for a fact that's happened. He's like, I don't like the weather. I'm out of here. Right? So, Mark, are you worried that 47 folks have left and 81 since the beginning of last season, or is this?
This is all fine. This is all fine and dandy. Who cares? And plus, it's keeping CU in the news, right? Like they're going in and out of the news cycle. This is what Dion does to programs. This isn't just about Dion's years. He's building this CU campus up for the future right now. This is the best thing CU could have done, to be honest. And this huge number is just the start of that. It's a culture shift. And all those people that were there feel that culture shift, and they're getting the fuck out. So let them go.
Yeah, Tank, I tend to agree here. This is a team that won one game last year. You can't keep the same players and expect to have the same or have better results. Are you worried about what's going on up in Boulder or not?
No, this is what we call a rebuild. And now that all college athletes are pro athletes, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You should amend that to all college athletes are now legitimately
That's
pro
what I'm
athletes.
saying. Now that sorry,
Right.
they were all under the table pro athletes. Now they're all
Right.
officially getting paid. And
Yeah,
Coach Prime is
right.
like, you know what? I don't feel like paying these motherfuckers, so let's go find some good ones.
Right.
And based on everything that's come out, like he seemingly has a large inbound transfer class that he's working on, and it's somewhere in the realm of 40 students he's planning on pulling over.
Yeah.
So that'll refill quite a few of those spots.
Also, and I don't know, so this is more of a question, and it would be kind of interesting to find out. I wonder what the average people for all colleges are transfer in, transfer out about this time of year, with undergrads going to graduates and just moving closer to family and stuff like that. I wonder what the average number looks like as opposed to 47. Not because I think it's I just would be interested to know what that looks like.
I did see a breakdown of schools and transfer portals. If you go back to the beginning of the season, they're losing, I think the number was 78 or 81, and it's the highest in the country. There are a couple of other schools that are in that neighborhood in the low to mid 70s, but you also have schools like Arizona State that's got 40 that are leaving. So they're definitely high. They're, like I said, they're the number one transfer out school in the country, but I think your average for every year is probably going to be pretty close, but I would say between 30 and 50.
and
I would think,
it's the end of the school year for these guys, so right, they can go somewhere else and play football a full season and get a different experience or whatever, or get like you said, out of the weather or into better weather. There's all kinds of reasons for it. So how much of it is prime? Yeah, a lot of it, but they're going to publicize it as such because they want to be in the news. That's how you get the good players, is you got to be in the news all the time.
mm-hmm. Right.
To a certain degree.
There's no such thing as bad
No,
PR.
Not in college football. Not in college football. Look at Miami.
Yeah.
The U days.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think there's a lot of people obviously speaking out against it because they're all kids, they're all this. And I'm like, no, not anymore. That's not what this is. And then for the ones complaining about the tape being sent, I'm like, it's practice tape.
And no team shares their
practice tape.
Yeah.
Ever.
That whole thing was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's stupid. If you don't have game tape, that sucks for you, but you don't share practice tape.
No. No.
Yeah. Yeah. And there were a lot of folks who were like, whoa, this is just Dion flexing his muscles. Like, no, bro, this is like they do this in Division 3.
It's all pretty standard stuff. You just don't hear about it.
Yeah.
And because they're trying to, monetize every cent they can out of this phenomenon while it's here, they're going to push it.
It is a little bit of prime flex in his muscles, but that's because he has the muscles of flex. That's him. He's saying, he's like, we don't want the guys that don't want to be here.
Oh no, I was just talking specifically about the.
Oh yeah, no, it's him saying like, hey, we don't want these guys here. They don't want to be here, and I want a new team that's gonna win.
Right.
He told him that day one.
Day one, he walked in, said, I'm coming, and I'm bringing my luggage, and it's Louis.
We all knew this was happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none of this is a surprise to people who've been paying attention.
Like I said, I didn't know what those numbers looked like to see if I was like surprised or, so I'm not surprised at all. We knew this was going to happen.
Right. Hopeful.
I'll find the article.
Hopeful that CU is not going to play like garbage for the first time in 20 years.
That'll be nice too.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably nice too.
Toaster says we know where to find him. Does that mean he wants to go play for CU? Or whatever he says. He says, I'm not hard to find. That's what he says. I'm not hard to find. Like,
they coming. They coming.
We coming. Out of context, Toaster is the best toaster. All right, let's move on to news in the NFL. Gentlemen, the end of the Lamar Jackson saga is upon us. The man got his bag.
Oh shit!
He's 5 years, $260 million, with a $185 million guarantee.
Yeah, essentially $10 more million than Jalen Hurts got.
Yeah, right.
Said I want that plus 10.
Give me $1, Bob. That's what he said. Mark would say you a good move by the Ravens, right?
I think so. Nobody's going to trade for that. No, they're not going to give up 2 first round picks for somebody that they don't even know if they can sign because he's so erratic with it, especially with him not having his own agent and doing kind of strange things. But just keep it in house, sign him to this deal, 2 or 3 years down the road. That's not going to look like that big of a contract because there will have been 2 other guys by then. And maybe somebody will offload it at that point if the experiment doesn't work. But
I did not see.
I saw a video.
The only one I saw was them. Yeah, I just saw them at a club with people with a sign that said "Welcome." And
I think the only one I saw was the one that you sent me, Toaster. The video of OBJ and him at a nightclub and ringing bells and shit, if I remember right.
No, good for them.
Partied up. Yeah,
they're in
off
off
season.
Yeah.
They weren't flashing
As long as
guns.
you're not committing felonies.
Oh,
Right. I'm good with it. All right. Toaster or Tank. Toaster on the brain. It's like we've got a third or fourth guest over there that I just keep talking to. I know. Tank, agree? Good move by the Ravens?
I think so. And it's honestly a good chunk of that is paying for services already rendered for what he did for that team for the last few years. It's part of that paycheck is coming from that, which he earned already. So I think it's the only move they could have made, to be honest. Besides trading for somebody else that's close to the same caliber, you're not going to find anything else that would have been a better idea. And like Mark said, you're going to see, I'm thinking at least 3 more contracts that are going to be bigger than that in the next couple of years. So,
and nobody else is going to take that right now and give up 2 first-round draft picks to do it.
Right.
So
exactly,
it's the only move that both sides had. So, well done. Yeah. I'm glad we don't need to talk about it anymore. It's done.
We do want to touch on, thank God. We do want to touch on the good reaction to the Denver Broncos 2023 draft picks. Tank and I had a spirited discussion.
I'll let you guys do that because I still haven't really looked. I know they got some guys, and I was like, okay, they need all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of what I looked at when I saw it. I was like, I saw the names of them and the positions they were, and I assume they're pretty good because they're going to the NFL now. So, okay. Way to fill positions of need.
Solid effort.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, to be fair, you were out of town.
Yeah.
You were on your honeymoon, so I didn't expect you to research.
The only research. Well, never mind.
So, in general,
there was a lot of exploring on the cruise ship that wasn't about the cruise ship.
Oh, there you go.
Moving on.
In general, the players they picked are good players. I will say that. I don't fully agree with them trading up to pick Mims, just because it seemed unnecessary to trade up, first of all, and that I think we have more issues than wide receiver. So it's nothing against him as a player, but I think it was an unnecessary pick when we have other issues.
Well, are we set at wide receiver?
Yeah, see, that's where I beg to differ too.
Our top 3.
Really? Are you sure?
Are we though?
Are you?
Yeah,
really?
I was okay with that pick.
Are we not thinking that Jerry Jeudy is going to be a superstar next year as long as they can get the ball?
Okay, that's
him?
One.
I'll give you Jerry Jeudy.
We're getting Patrick back.
Maybe. And if he comes back,
he's basically a guarantee that Patrick's going to be coming back at this point.
But he also is coming off of an ACL, so there's 6 to 8 weeks where he's not a full player.
And that's why he's going to be our slot. So that's okay.
Okay. So you've named 2 receivers.
And as
He's
and
still on that 6'3"
the questionable
slot
one, I
receiver. I
guess,
love
would
it.
be Court out of the top 3. And
He's still not right.
His biggest issue was the drops, right? We can agree with that.
His biggest issue was still his health. He could not get separation.
Separation.
He could not buy separation all
I'm saying
year.
more than separation. He couldn't hold on to the ball.
Because he was covered. He was well covered.
No, even when he was open, he couldn't hold on to the ball.
Everybody has drops like that, but when you're not running right and you can't create separation between you and your opponent, you're not going to catch the ball very well. Mm-hmm. He is not healthy still. He came back too soon. So if he comes back and he's explosive again, I'll take Cortland as our number 2. But otherwise, he's just a big tight end or a small tight end at this point.
Which we could always use.
So you've got a number 1 and 2 question marks.
And I personally don't think Patrick is a question mark, but
he's absolutely a question mark.
I could somewhat understand your perspective on that, but I don't think he's a question mark. I think he is going to be ready to go.
Who else do you have after that, though?
No.
Because you need 3 to run this offense.
Well, and then I think, and I'm not saying obviously receiver specifically, but we also have a good receiving tight end with Dulcich.
That's awesome.
Should be full strength.
But you need to have 3 receivers in this offense. You just said it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, this kid's
a returner.
We still have guys that are there. We still have Montreal Washington. We still have.
He was terrible.
He was basically new and barely played until the later half of last season.
Worst kick returner we've ever had.
I didn't say he was a good.
Oh no, that was Trinidad Holiday.
God, I wanted him to be good so badly.
So did I. God, every time he touched the ball, it was exciting, but not in a good way. Not like in a Devin Hester, this is going to be great, good way. No. It was more like a holy fuck, what's going to happen? Hold on to the seat of your pants and pray kind of way.
And I legitimately, I know some people might disagree with it, but I think legitimately that Kendall Hinton kind of came into his own last year. With a diminished offense, he was able to have some output. And
Kendall Hinton's been the same guy for 3 years.
But he's got some playing time finally. And he actually looks like he could be a good, maybe slot receiver over there. If they feel like
Kendall Hinton at best is a good number 4. Now, don't get me wrong. Broncos country, I speak for all of you when I say we adore some Kendall Hinton.
Yeah. What he has done for this franchise is amazing.
An absolutely untenable position and trying to play quarterback.
All of your other friends were being dumbasses.
Yeah, right.
And you were the one that had to go in there and take that L, and we love you for it, my friend. You had to take that L.
You know who took the L? You know who took the L in that? Because of the way the stats are run? Philip Lindsay took the L because he started at quarterback in that game. Remember, they snapped to him first.
Yeah, I forgot.
Lindsay is 0-1.
All I'm saying is I thought we had more need on the defensive and offensive lines. That's where I want to say.
So let's talk about that here just a second. They shored up the offensive line. They spent a ton of money
to a certain extent, but we were on our third.
A certain extent. Are you insane? To a certain extent,
we didn't have the starters from last year for more than half the season.
This is where I'm just going to.
This is where Mark goes away.
Yeah, and just listen and go get a snack.
Right. So here's what they did. They solidified right tackle. They got an absolute monster.
With McGlinchey,
yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. They solidified left guard. They got an absolute monster. Yes or no?
Talking about Powers?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm saying
Bowles is coming back. Well, hold on. Bowles is coming back. Yes or no?
Supposed to be yes.
Yes. Okay. He's coming off a broken leg, so it's not a soft tissue injury. That's not something that takes a long time to heal like an ACL. So Bowles is going to come back. You've got your prospective starter at right guard with the belly, Miners.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then they went and drafted the center from Oregon,
which was a good idea.
Alex Forsythe. Yep. So what didn't they do on the offensive line?
Out of all the players you mentioned there, and who was there last year, how many of them played for more than half a season from our offensive line last year? Any? Did we have any player play more than half of the year?
Okay.
That's what I'm
They got
talking
hurt.
about. We needed depth in those positions.
Okay.
And that's my concern. We needed depth because we were on our third string line by the 9th game of the season.
You get into anybody's third string line and you're screwed. That's just the way that you're not going to get second line players to play third string. It's just not going to happen. Those guys just don't grow on trees. They're not.
No, but backs. You can get
so
depth there.
You get to your third string and you're done. That's just the way.
But you can get. What I'm saying is, you can get depth there, so you can train some people to fill in, and you can do some stuff like that. And we didn't have that last year at all. It was basically our first string was down by halfway in the season point, or the halfway point of the season, and then we just had no offensive line. It was just gone.
Yeah, because you had third stringers.
Okay, but
what are you going to do with third stringers?
But we also didn't have any second stringers that were worth a damn.
Well, now they've solidified at center with a second
that's
string guy
one
that's going to compete. Hey, hold on. They've got some guys coming back at tackle, right? You've got practice. You've got guys already in the system. Okay.
Who's the other tackle that you're talking about right now?
That name escapes me off the top of my head.
I can only think of one that may play sometime next year at some point, and that's Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have depth at those positions.
Okay.
And
So instead of Mims, you would have preferred who?
I think I sent it to you. I don't remember at this point.
You wanted the center.
The center from Wisconsin? Is that who it was?
Yeah, who went in the 6th round?
No, not that guy.
Not
is that the guy? No.
I kept receipts.
Smoked pepper jack.
Smoked pepper jack is legitimate play.
Was that who it was?
By the way, Ezekiel Elliott did have the center play of the decade.
Either way.
Right.
Thank you, Toaster, for calling that out.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott's last moment, official moment as a Dallas Cowboy, is going to be Zeke at center. That's his last play as a Cowboy, ladies and gentlemen. Smoked pepper jack.
Smoked pepper jack.
I'm trying to remember who the hell it was because it wasn't that guy. Sorry, I'm going to find it real quick. One of them that did end up going off earlier than I thought was Keanu Benton, who ended up going to Pittsburgh in the 2nd round. That was one of them, but obviously you can't do shit about it if he's gone already because he was off the board at like 48 or 49, whatever Pittsburgh had. Damn it, what was that dude's name? I can't remember anymore. Fuck it, whatever. Okay, either way.
Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's move off of that and let's talk about the 3rd round pick, Drew Sanders, the linebacker out of Arkansas.
Oh, you mean the GQ model? Yeah.
I mean,
you seen that guy?
Oh yeah, he's a good looking man.
He's also
I actually really enjoyed this pick. Yeah, it's 6'5", right? Giant. I think this is a guy that's going to develop into an outside pass rusher. He's got the size for that. They have their core inside guys coming back. You're definitely thin at pass rush. You don't have a whole lot coming back, right? So I think it's a solid pick.
Agreed. And once again, like if he ends up being switched to the outside, you are correct, because that was one of the other things that I brought up in our chat. I was like, we need defensive line help of some kind, because we showed our flaws by the end of the season on the defensive line, and a big part of that was we just didn't have the depth for them to continue, being as good as they were for the first, even 2/3 of the season that they were, but. By the end of it, they're dying, and we have no one defending the run, basically, except for Alex Singleton.
That guy's a monster. Absolute monster. Yeah, and I think they definitely addressed a little bit of that with the Zach Allen signing. He's a guy that can play there a little bit. You still have Big Mike coming back. I just don't trust anything they have on the outside right now. Randy Gregory can't stay healthy. The rest of the pass rushers combined, I think, have a total of 4 sacks among the 5 of them.
I think Browning is an exception to that list, and it's just because as soon as he started playing, he got hurt. That was the unfortunate thing that happened there. Like, because he did look really good and then just immediately got injured. And it was a freak injury. So it's like, well, shit, you know. Once again, I think he will be a very valuable player if he, you know, can recover and all that shit. But because he looked really good for the minimal time he played.
Question mark.
Huh?
Big question mark. Big question mark there.
Yeah,
I mean,
obviously.
Can he stay healthy? Hasn't really been able to show that he can stay healthy. So in terms of just the overall draft, you know, we won't go through every single pick. Tank, give me a grade on this.
I'd say, to be honest, a solid B+, given we got good players that can be beneficial.
Okay.
And I
think that's fair.
And I think the Drew in the 3rd round, even though I think he will be great, whether he plays in the middle or on the outside. So,
all right. Mark, what say you? Good draft?
Did anybody get Gene Mingo?
No, nobody drafted Jing Mingo. He's not eligible.
He's not eligible anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could be drafted again. It's Gene Mingo.
Oh, and the news that everyone's talking about, we have a white corner again.
Right. There's another white corner in the league.
Riley Moss out of Iowa.
Riley Moss from Iowa.
Looks like a cop, if I'm going to be honest.
Riley sounds like a cop.
But he looks like he's going to be good. I think everyone in the world was surprised that.
Who was the last good white corner? Was that Seahorn?
Jason Seahorn.
Yeah, it was Seahorn, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was the last one. Seahorn was the last one. I don't think there was another one in the league after that.
Brain, I can't think of anybody.
Jason Seahorn was the last one.
Yeah, I
think there's
Seahorn.
A couple, but
there's been some
corners.
Safeties,
no.
Yeah, Lynch played until 2007 or something like that.
Well, even now, I mean, even though their defense is fairly shitty at this point, Harrison Smith was really good for a while.
Seahorn.
It might be Seahorn. That's
I think
sad.
it is Seahorn.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of that stupidity. Speaking of stupidity, let's move into the dipshit of the week. I will kick it off.
Where everybody knows your name.
I want to know who you're going with here.
Who is it? Who's Matt going with?
Yeah.
So the owner of the Albany Empire is the arena football team is my dipshit of the week.
It's a pretty good one.
I don't know anything about this. Go on.
Oh, okay. So they've lost their first 2 games. After they lost the second game, there was some sort of kerfluffle on the bus. Some players were suspended. The coach was suspended. They went back to the hotel. The owner took their hotel keys away. There were the players aren't getting paid. It is just an absolute shit show. The police were called to the hotel Monday morning for aggravated harassment. People are coming, people are going. The owner's putting out Instagram posts like, we need people. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my dipshit of the week, one Antonio Brown.
He made their back-to-back MVP quit.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
His shit just writes itself.
He just quit.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck it, I don't want to play for you.
Jesus
I don't want to play for you.
Does that guy touch anything that doesn't literally burn to the ground right afterwards anymore?
Not since he got kicked in the face. Or hit in the face.
Yeah, ever since Vontez Burfict tried to decapitate him.
Yeah, ever since then, nope.
They need to find him a quiet corner somewhere with some.
They tried to. It was Tom Brady's house, and it worked for about half a season.
It worked for a season.
Okay,
it was the next half of the season when he flamed out the next season.
Yeah.
Spectacularly with his shirt off doing jumping jacks.
Apparently, as long as he had Tom Brady as a babysitter, He was doing all
Yeah,
right.
you stuck him on the Raiders, and he burns his feet and comes in on a hot air balloon.
I forgot about the bird feed.
Starts calling people crackers. Yeah.
The ice bird
He'd
and the helmet. I'm not wearing this helmet. Yeah.
Would not
Helmet.
refuse to wear the regulation helmet.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Every fucking day it was a new AP story. It was fucking
Oh, it was
crazy.
so good.
Also
The
punched somebody when
fucking
he was with the
bird
Raiders.
feet. Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
bird feet.
The bird feet, though.
And
just...
the bird feet made it onto Hard Knocks. It was like episode 1.
Yeah, that was aggressive. His very, very short tour through Raiders Nation was aggressive and hard.
Oh,
That
God.
was so good.
What an unbelievably Raiders story.
I know.
Was. so
It's so good.
on brand for all of it. All right. So my dipshit of the week is Antonio Brown.
That's a good one.
Mark, what do you
That's
got?
great. I just sent you guys a link. I don't know if anybody's seen this. I can't remember. I think Toaster sent me this today. There is.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys seen this?
Oh, yeah.
I heard about it,
Holy
but I haven't
shit, yeah.
actually seen it yet.
So if you're like doing a live radio shout out or live television shout out,
Be very fucking sure of what you said or you're going to say. Yeah.
you might want to make sure that one, you say the name of the historical monument that you visited correctly.
Oh,
And
yeah.
two, if you're going to mispronounce it,
Don't say that
don't
word.
say that word ever, 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 ever. Yes, we're talking about that fucking word.
Yeah.
My man went hard R.
Oh,
Oh, like,
very hard
oh,
R. Not even
So,
close to being anything
The,
different. Yeah.
the Oakland Athletics.
Oh,
It wasn't a
Now,
Dinger incident.
now
for
not
sure.
officially,
It was-
but soon to be very officially fired.
Oh,
Oakland Athletics play-by-play announcer Glenn Coupier. I don't know how to say that name, but
I
I'm
think
going to
it's
assume that
Kuiper.
Kuiper,
Yeah.
I don't- I
Glenn
don't know.
Kuiper, and
Yeah.
whoever the fucking toolbox is that's sitting next to him with a doofy hat and the fluffy beard.
Oh, you mean the guy that kind of
They
looks
are-
like Fidel Castro if he was Canadian?
Oh my god, he just looks like a toolbox.
The only thing that would have made that any better is when he came back on the air to apologize for what he said. Is if while he was apologizing, Nick Castellanos would have hit a home run. That's the only thing that would have made that better.
So, anyways, he's
I can't believe I never used
they're
that word.
in-
Castellanos
they're
goes
in
yard.
Kansas City, and they're taking a stroll
Oh.
to get some barbecue. So they go to Arthur Bryant's, and it's a really good place, and right down the street because it's in that part of the neighborhood, the old historical
Mhm.
district, is the Negro League Museum.
Very specifically,
Negro.
it is the Negro League Museum.
It's very
Oh.
specific. And it
Yeah.
is, if you guys go through Kansas City, it's one of the things I want everyone to go do because it is very fucking cool.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know,
I've heard it's amazing.
as a baseball guy, like I get, all choked up about all the history. We went to Fenway this past week and we spent like fucking 6 hours there. I was like a kid in a candy store. Literally, it was great. But this, I don't, Jesus Christ. How do you get that so wrong?
Right.
Yeah, that I don't know. That must have just been flowing through his mind, and he just let it roll. As he got to that
He said it
point.
very comfortably.
Oh yeah, he said it like that's a word that he has.
That man has said that word
says
before.
weekly. Yeah.
That man has said that word before. Anyways, you can find it all over Twitter. Matt, are you listening to us right now?
No, I was trying to spool up. We're not getting comments from my own feed.
Oh.
We're getting comments from
Twitch?
the Goon Squad feed
Oh.
and Twitch.
Mhm.
I do want to call out Bruce. Said KD. Yeah, Bruce said KD was talking about Booker game 7, going 70. You guys should take it. Bruce agreed that he was very punchable. And then Sarah told him to stay in his lane, Boston Bruce.
Also-
and then
I got one. We were in Boston, and for those of you who are longtime show listeners, may remember that Bruce was once a guest on our podcast. And
Correct.
he came on because he's a giant Pats fan, and he we were in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Michaela and I were. You were recording from where you're recording now, and Bruce came on and joined us, and he starts saying things, and he, talks about, I don't know what else is going on in Beantown. And
right,
Michaela's eyes get about as big as donuts, right? And she starts furiously texting me like, am I going to have to cut that out? Is that a racial slur?
Yeah, she didn't understand the Beantown.
So flash forward to last week, not even last week. Holy shit. Friday, not even a week ago. And we're in Boston, and there's a pub called the Beantown Pub. I snapped a picture, sent it to Michaela, and said, this is super racist. I did not get a response from that.
I bet you did not.
But yeah, the Oakland A's guy being a super tard, bad person. Holy crap, man! That is the dipshit.
That was awful. That was a pretty good one. That's a
and the Athletics, man. It has to be the worst team.
Right? Yeah. They're going down like
that seems on brand for them currently.
That guy just wants out anyway.
Unbelievable dumpster fire, and the dude drops a hard R. Well done. All right, Tank. We're 2 for 2. What do you got?
Mine's in a similar vein. If anyone hasn't heard, Western Virginia basketball coach Bob Huggins is
Huggy Bear. No,
being penalized at least pay currently, and we'll see what else for dropping a hard F about some players that they were going against. I'm not going to say that word.
No, it's fine.
Let's just say he wasn't talking about cigarettes in London.
No.
All right.
I call that the hard F because I use the other one as, a noun pretty regularly. So
hard F.
That is
hysterical. There's the F word, and then there's
to use
hard
some
F
homophobic
word.
slurs to talk about the players on the opposing team, and it was caught.
It was Xavier. He was talking about Xavier, and he made. I thought about this one too. Yeah, he did that twice. He also was talking about like dildos being thrown on the floor, and he was talking about disparaging Catholics. And
he specifically called them some Catholic F words.
Huggy Bear, no. Huggy Bear lost his marbles. Holy fuck, Huggy.
Has, at this point, been suspended.
Mm-hmm.
And if he does, and I think he's got they had to amend his contract to a year-by-year agreement now because he had I think a 5-year contract or something like that left.
Yeah, West Virginia, and
it cut his pay if he stays with the team by $1 million. And then he has to do a lot of background work working with the LGBTQ center and all kinds of stuff. So similar vein,
education.
Yeah.
Huggy Bear. That's a good set of dipshits, guys.
That was well worth the 2-week wait for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. One final comment that we need to address on my Facebook feed is for some reason, Papa Mark is on my. He's not on the Goon Squad page. He's on my page, and he wants to know: is basketball really a sport? Yes, it's a sport.
Yes, it's a sport.
In other news, get off my lawn. There you go.
There is a fourth, but we don't know who that person is yet. But he apparently works for the Washington Commanders. So,
yeah, we just don't know who that guy is yet.
We don't know who that guy is, but
when we find out,
who on camera decided to let it be known that they contacted Andrew Luck.
I know.
You don't know this. You're not allowed to contact players from other teams just willy.
Right. Yeah. Even if they're retired, that contract goes into perpetuity until he comes back.
Yeah. So. Until he comes back, or it's for an extended, long-term grace period.
Yeah, it's long-term.
Yeah.
Good job, fellas. Well done. That's a good way to tie it up.
That's
all
good.
Right. All right. Final thoughts. Talk about the things. Pimp the stuff. Tank, you're up.
Yeah, obviously, if I'm here, and next week, I think we're gonna have Nerds That Know next week.
Yeah.
Next week. You can find me on the Facebooks and Twitters and all those things at Tank Knox and Knox Nostalgic Collectibles. I'm happy the Rockies are not in last place. Go Nuggets.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they're in last place
In our
their
division, that doesn't count. They're
Yeah,
not
right,
last place overall, which I legitimately I
If
didn't
you're,
think
if
they
you're
would have
going to
been-
be bad, do bad well. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
like
exactly.
lose
Do a little
more.
bit less worse than
Right.
everybody else.
No,
They're only 2 games in the loss column behind San Francisco.
Which is,
they need to do bad things more.
considering we
bad
lost
better.
our best pitcher very
8
quickly.
yeah, and then they go 8-2.
Yeah.
What? Right. All right, Mark, what do you got?
If you go to Bermuda, go to the Anchor. The place is awesome. Ask for Mars. He's one of the owners. He'll make you a bunch of drinks. He bruleed lemons and put them on there on the drinks. That was awesome. So I'm gonna bring a butane torch to work one of these days and fuck around with some fruit.
I don't need your negativity, okay?
Yeah, and we had a really good time. Norwegian's a great cruise line. Sponsor us, we'll go again.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. We
Goon
really
cruise.
We'll
enjoyed it.
We'll do a
Goon
long
cruise.
Goon cruise.
Yeah, a goon
Goon
cruise.
cruise.
What was a really pleasant surprise. Not everything was awesome, as expected, but what was a really pleasant surprise was they actually had non-alcoholic alcohol at one of the bars. So I got to play, drinking with my buddy while we were together. So that was fun. So just sitting.
Hell
there.
yeah.
So yeah, it was a good time.
All right. Good time. Good deal.
Good time.
All right. Glad you had fun. Welcome back. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, for sure.
But
All right.
we'll be there too. So I'll see you both on Sunday.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
We're just not going to see each other.
No,
so
I don't think so.
you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Make sure you check us out on the Facebook page. Search My Brother's an Idiot. We'll get you in. Mark's Twitter is at Poffeltime. My Twitter is at Pufflepugus. The Goon Twitch and Twitter is at The Idiot Goons. And you can also catch me on TikTok at King Goon Smoke. Full plate dino rib shorties this weekend. Cannot wait. We did do a tomahawk on Sunday. What the fuck?
That's a
is happening
tiny
over there?
yarn shark, I believe.
Sharkeezus is born,
Oh,
bitches.
Sharkeezus.
Sharkeezus.
It looks like a
El
piece of
Pikachu and Sharkeezus. 2 parts of our holy trinity.
your weird tube shark. Yeah.
This was found in Bermuda, I believe. Might not have been
Looks like a-
Bermuda. It might have been
Not surprising if it was.
It
Bar.
looks like a whale.
It's a shark, motherfucker. Look at the fin. It goes up and down, not left and right. See?
It's kind of curly though.
Because it's made out of fucking wool, bro. Doesn't have teeth either. You want to bitch about that?
So it's a lamb shark.
No, ma'am, I'm a penguin.
These are ducks.
M are not ducks. M are not ducks. All right. Anyway, this
Itty
last
bitty
week
wings?
we did a reverse seared tomahawk that came out spectacular with a little bit of chimichurri. It was really
Nice.
good. So, yeah, can't wait for Dino Plate Shorties. I'll go to Tony's.
I'm so excited.
So good.
I get
as
Korean
always-
chicken and dino plate ribs in the
I
same
cannot
day.
wait for that Korean chicken.
This is gonna be
Right?
so good.
As always, make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of your families, take care of each other. This has been My Brothers in Idiot. We'll catch you next time. See ya.
Got to get one in quick.